Match game 74, production number 0256, and it's take one. Get ready to match the stars. McLean Stevenson, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Joanie Summers, Richard Dawson, and Ann Elder as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 74. And now, here's the star of the Match Game 74, Gene Rivers.
Thank you, Johnny Olson. Hi, John. Thank you, friends. I thank you for joining us here in Match Game 74. We're going to have a good time, aren't we? Yeah. Terrific, because we got a lot of zanies here. And everyone except one person has been here before, so I think all of us old-timers ought to give her a brisk round of applause, shall we? Joanie Summers, nice to have you with us. I had scallions for lunch, so you can't kiss me, right?
Oh, I love them. I mean, listen, if you like somebody, you like them with or without. Huh?
How are you, Ann?
Yes, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
You asked me first.
Yes.
Yes, I'm fine.
Good.
Now, you ask again.
I'm okay. How are you, Ann?
I'm fair.
Oh, all right. Listen, shall we also welcome back for his return triumphant engagement, McLean Stevenson? And may I also, what I really want to say is, speaking from personal experience, the hardest TV show I ever did was when I replaced Johnny Carson once for a week, and I've been watching him do it, and he is terrific. Hard job. Okay, now let's welcome our two players here, Barbara Jenkins and Paul Rodkin. How are you, Barbara? Have you been in the sun?
A little, yes.
Where do you get your suntan?
Mostly California, a little bit of Phoenix and all over.
Now, Barbara's a current champ. She's got $5,600 to her credit, and she's being challenged by Paul Rodkin. And we just barely started this game last time. And to refresh your memories, we're going to ask Paul to tell us about himself again, if you would, please.
Yes. Well, Gene, I'm in the insurance and gem wholesaling business. I'm from West Los Angeles, and I'm still up for grabs.
All right. Okay. I saw him first. But we'll have a grab at this whole business right after this message of interest for one and all. Here we go. All right, here we go. I'll push this button and reveal this second first-round question, which is for Barbara Jenkins. In that first round, Paul scored one match, and now we've got this for Barbara. Joe said to Mike, "What's green and pink and wobbles like a huge blob of Jell-O?" And Mike said, "I don't know." And Joe said, "I don't know either, but it's oozing all over your blank."
Can do those long questions. You know
it is a long one, isn't it? Okay, I'll do it over for you and also for Barbara. Joe said to Mike, "What's green and pink and wobbles like a huge blob of Jell-O?" And Mike said, "I don't know." And Joe said, "I don't know either, but it's oozing all over your blank." Okay, you got the idea.
I think it's cool.
Aren't you glad you came back?
A difficult question when McLean hasn't been here for so long.
Are you still thinking, Charles?
No, he's sleeping, as usual.
Your wig looks neat today.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
No, not you, Charles. Her.
Very different.
You know I would never let anybody know you're wearing a wig.
My eyes were down.
All right, everybody's ready, so we'll call on Barbara. Joe said to Mike, "What's green and pink and wobbles like a huge blob of Jell-O?" And Mike said, "I don't know." And Joe said, "I don't know either, but it's oozing all over your..."
Head.
Head. Head. No. All together, all. Now, the basses and the tenors and the altos. Okay, that's it. They're getting hostile. McLean, what hers is head. What's yours?
Well, I was going to say either Oral Roberts or the Ice Follies, but I figured a boo hiss on that. So I went to your da-da-da-da-da shirt.
Shirt. Oozing all over your shirt. Okay. Brett, what did you say?
I've been on this show for 1 year, and never have I hated a question as much as I hate that one.
That was a rotten one.
I hate that question. Where's that person who wrote it?
Does that mean you're leaving?
I said it's it's oozing all over your heart because I'm a romantic.
You're all over your heart, eh? All right, Charles.
I said because I'm wearing my new denim, I said all over your suit.
All over your suit. Your denim is new.
Only the tops, the bottoms of the old pants, but the audience at home never sees it.
It's show and tell time. No, Joanie, what do you
Listen,
what have you got
I've watched
there?
the show and heard a lot of the questions, and I thought that was that was just about as good as a lot of them. But I wrote pants all over your pants.
All over your pants. No head yet,
No
Barbara.
head.
Richard?
Present.
Yes. Boy, I don't know these jokes, but it's oozing all over your...
Oozing all over your
Oh,
lap.
wow.
All over your lap. Yeah. Icky.
I hate that.
And you dislike this question,
oozing. Yes, I'm not really crazy about it. It's oozing all over the panel, actually. But I think it's oozing all over the body.
too? All over the body.
Yes.
Barbara didn't score with that at all. So at the end of round one, it's 1-0 in favor of Paul, and we'll go to round two and ask him to make a selection.
B, please, Gene.
B, the one person who does not participate is Joanie, because in the first
I'm in
round...
the dum-dum seat, right?
It was matched in the first round,
Oh,
so you
I
don't play.
see.
By
I
another dum-dum.
Everyone at Disneyland was shocked when a giant buzzard blanked Mary Poppins. You can whisper one in my ear if you like. Everyone at Disneyland was shocked when a giant buzzard blanked Mary Poppins. If you were playing, what would you say?
No, I'm not telling you. I'm not telling
You
you.
can whisper in this ear here. No one's looking there. All right.
What
Brett?
did the buzzer do?
What did the buzzard do?
The buzzard.
Claims
Everyone
are
at Disneyland was shocked when a giant buzzard blanked Mary Poppins.
Buzzard.
Buzzard.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, I thought you said buzzer.
Oh, dear me, what I have to put up with.
Well, it's obvious you wouldn't get the word buzzard.
I get it now. One day I'm gonna knock your caps right down your throat.
And blow $9,000? He'd never let you do that. Okay, here we go. Paul, everyone at Disneyland was shocked when a giant buzzard blanked Mary Poppins.
Messed on.
Well, McLean, you were the very first one, many months ago, who introduced a certain phrase on this
Well,
program.
I've been told I can't say that.
You can't say
No.
that?
I was shipped directly from this show to the Ice Follies, as you know. Worked my way back, and I said, I don't know how to spell it. Do-do-do-do.
No, that's what the phrase I was thinking of.
Oh, no. See,
You were the very first one on this program who ever said make doo-doo. You said, that's right. And he changed the whole history of daytime television. Brett?
I didn't say any of that stuff because my mother told me I should be a perfect lady at all times, and I've tried to remain so. Hi, dear. I said grabbed. He came down and grabbed her.
Grabbed Mary Poppins. A giant buzzard
Well,
grabbed Mary
don't
Poppins.
turn on me. It's the first of the week.
Yes. Charles?
I said picked up.
Picked up? Oh, yeah, just swooped right down
Mary
and picked her up
Poppins
there.
flies,
That's
and I
right.
figured the buzzard flew her.
Well, don't we all? What do you say, Sir Richard?
Well,
Why not?
No eating on a program, folks. Now, let me make that perfectly clear at the beginning. No eating.
I am not eating, nor
Well,
have
somebody,
I ever,
I see
Gene.
people
No,
chewing.
Brett
and-
Summers is stuffing these things in
Now,
the face.
Brett, you got to stop eating on this program, or I'm going to tear your wig right off your head and expose your hair.
You know all the world loves a fat lady.
Richard, well, can we get back to the game? Everyone at Disneyland was shocked when a giant buzzard blanked Mary Poppins.
you're not cross with us, are you?
No.
I couldn't go on if you were
No,
cross.
show and tell.
I really like you. That's
I like
Now,
you,
you
too.
know I never say things like doo-doo.
Yeah, no, you never do that.
So I try to put it, I meant the same thing. You'll see, judges, I just put it as delicately as I could. Bombed.
Now,
He
Ann,
also went doo-doo on her.
what do you
And
say?
after he did that, he picked her up.
He picked her up
Yes,
and
he
flew
did.
away with her. They were
Yes, he
never heard
did.
from again, but lived happily ever afterwards. Okay. So at this moment, middle of round 2, it's 3-0. We've got a question for you coming up in a moment or so, but right now we've got this coming up for our audience all over America. Yes, okay. Now, Barbara, we've got this for you. It's 3-0. You've got to score 3 to stay in the game. 4, however, will win another game for you. Ready? Walter said, I just saw a science fiction movie that takes place in Washington, D.C. All the politicians in it are blank. Walter said, I just saw a science fiction movie that takes place in Washington, D.C. All the politicians in it are blank. A science fiction movie.
Science fiction.
Science fiction. All the politicians in it are... Shall I draw you a picture, Brett?
I don't know. I can't.
You don't understand this question, do you? Would you
No,
like
I don't.
Read it yourself. Put your glasses on and read it yourself.
Maybe I'll be able to hear better. Walter said, I just saw a science fiction movie that takes place in Washington, D.C., and all the politicians... Oh, okay.
All right. She's a little slow, McLean. She's slowing up. She's fading fast.
Well, if you give McLean's answers, you don't have to be slow.
All right, Barbara.
I'm trying to give it thought and consideration.
Walter said, I just saw a science fiction movie that takes place in Washington, D.C. All the politicians in it are
Not crooked.
not crooked. Or honest. Yeah, I guess
I have gone deaf. I didn't hear her answer.
honest or not crooked is her answer. Yeah. McLean?
Well, I got a big laugh on doo-doo before, so I went with doo-doo. I'll tell you, I couldn't hear the question.
You couldn't, even when she read it, you couldn't hear it?
Well, I heard it kind of, but I didn't understand it, but I didn't really understand it.
You really didn't understand it?
I know, I've been a long time gone. I didn't want to make a fool of myself. So I'll take one of these and be better in about 5 minutes.
No reading on the program. All right, Brett, what do you say?
I said, after all of that, I said all the politicians in it are crooked.
Well, what would be science fiction about that?
I didn't understand the question.
You didn't understand the question
I've just
either.
been reading the papers.
That's two who haven't understood the question. Charles, is my reading poor?
It's a short movie because a lot of cuts, it's on tape.
All the politicians in it are on tape.
You didn't understand the question?
All right, you got to match the 3 remaining ones to stay in the game, Barbara. Let's see what we get from Joanie here.
Okay, watch another boo from the audience. Right?
Honest or not crooked is her answer. Honest. There's one match for you. Well, that would be the answer for a science fiction thing. What do you say, Sir Richard?
Well, the first thing I say is I think we're going to have to let the top panel go. It also would explain your long absence, McLean. Answers like doo-doo to that question. I put honest.
Honest. That's good for you. All right.
Oh, I just got the question.
You just got the idea. Huh?
So did I.
Honest seems to be the best answer, and it would be science
It's
fiction.
an excellent answer. I
Yeah.
gave that a lot of thought.
Yeah.
And first of all, I thought they would be nude, but then I thought, because it was a science fiction, they'd be nude with antennas.
Nude with antennas. So Paul Rudd can win the game. Congratulations. I was looking around waiting for you there. Congratulations. You got $100. Stand by for a moment while we say goodbye to this pretty lady. We've enjoyed meeting you, Barbara.
Thank you. I've loved being on. I've had a lot of fun.
Good. Now, in addition to the fun, you've got $5,600 coming your way. Barbara Jenkins. Okay. Now, you see this big thing turning around here means you're going to have a go at over $5,000 in the big money super match. And you know how this goes? You ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay. We polled a recent studio audience and we got their best response to this. Latin blank. Now, the answer they gave most often is worth $500 if you match it. If you match the next one, you get $250. And if you match a third, you get $100. 3 celebrities are allowed to help. Whom do you choose?
Charles.
Charles. Latin.
The parts I always play Latin lovers.
Latin lover. All right. Richard, what do you have to contribute to Latin blank?
Oh, I'll put in $2. Latin music.
Latin music. Okay.
Cha-cha-cha.
Really is.
Anne.
Ann Elder, what do you say?
I guess probably maybe Latin class. It's about the only thing that I
Latin
can think
class.
of that's left.
Okay, so you've got Latin lover Latin music and Latin class. You may choose one of those or think up one of your own, Paul. What would you like to do?
I'd like a Latin lover.
Really? I'm sorry, my card is filled. Okay, so Latin lover is the one he's looking for. He hopes it's up there under the big money. We'll find out if so where. First, may we see the $100 response. Latin quarter. Okay.
Oh, that's right. That's a nightclub in New York.
That's right. In New Orleans. A whole section. All right, we're looking for a Latin lover. May we see the $250 response. Latin America. That was a good audience, wasn't it?
McLean had Latin America.
That was a smart audience we had that time there. Yeah. Okay, third and last chance for Latin lover. Here's the $500 response. Latin lover it is. Congratulations. Okay. All right, Paul, you got the $500 in a few moments. You're going to have a go at a lot more than that, 10 times that amount. But first, we've got to do a little business with America, and this is it. We are with old Paul Rodkin, who's going to have his first go at $5,000 here in the Big Money Super Match. Ready?
Yes.
All right, now you've won the $500. You play for 10 times that amount or $5,000. To collect, you've got to match one celebrity head-to-head. Which one will it be?
Mr. Charles Nelson Reilly.
All right, you've thought about that a lot, and Charles is the one you choose. He'll get ready to write his answer to this $5,000 question. You'll face me if you would, please, Paul. And here we go. Ready? Blank corn. Blank corn. C-O-R-N. Blank corn. C-O-R-N.
I know, I'll sing da 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 da.
Okay.
Oh, that's a hard one. May I see the producer immediately?
Now, wait a minute. Hold on, Charles. He hasn't given his response yet. And now we've asked you to come up with an answer you think will match Charles.
Something I got caught in my teeth last week. Popcorn.
Popcorn. Popcorn it is, Charles.
I'm sorry. No, I said new corn. And popcorn is the right answer.
Popcorn never
I
crossed
never
your mind.
entered anyone's mind on this floor.
What did you do?
Where were they in
We
your hour
tried.
of
The
need?
whole floor tried.
Yes, okay. All right, well, listen, Paul,
I'm
you're up to
sorry.
$600 and you're going to play another game. You may be up for again. Who knows? Let's meet another player. Here comes Louis Ping Canole. Okay, I got to stop. You know Paul Rodkin? How are you, Louis? You're a very pretty lady.
Thank you.
What else you want to tell us about yourself?
Well, I'm married. I'm from Singapore, and I've been living here for 10 months. And I like my husband very much.
Okay. That fellow right down there, huh?
Yes.
Who shot the arrow in your head? I'm not familiar with it. What is that a custom?
No.
No?
It's just one side of a chopstick, just to keep my hair up.
Oh, one side of a chopstick to keep your hair up.
Yeah.
I often do that. Stick a chopstick in the head and you glue it right in place there. All
Put your
right.
hair down and have dinner with us later.
That's right. Louis, would you make a selection here, please?
Yes, B, please.
B. Louis, I point out, is L-U-I. It's a very pretty name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Before musical instruments were brought to the North Pole, Nanook played boogie woogie on his blank.
Please, I hate to keep you, get your voice all tuckered out.
Before musical instruments were brought to the North Pole, Nanook played boogie woogie on his blank. Are you familiar with Nanook of the North, Louis?
No.
Well, he was a famous Eskimo.
Oh, okay.
He lived in the North. And do you know what boogie woogie is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just want to check and make sure that...
I don't even know how you spell it.
All set? Okay, here we go. Now, Louis, before musical instruments were brought to the North Pole, Nanook played boogie woogie on his...
Igloo.
Igloo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that igloo. If it was frozen good and hard, I guess he could do that, couldn't he, McLean?
I'm sorry?
I mean, couldn't he beat on his igloo if it was frozen good and hard?
Sure, you can do that. Of course you can.
One doo-doo
She
out of you
said-
and you're off the show.
Louis said igloo.
Well, I know what she said, but she has a chopstick in her head, so who cares? I said snowshoe.
Played boogie woogie on his snowshoe. Oh, that'd be good, like a banjo. Very good, yeah. Not a bad idea. Brett?
I have a public announcement.
Yes.
Neither Charles nor McLean Stevenson are wearing socks.
Oh.
I said igloo.
Igloo, there's a match. There's one, Charles.
I said icicles. And I'm still upset about the popcorn.
All right, Joanie.
I said igloo, too.
Igloo. All right, there's another one for you. Richard?
Any lady with a chopstick would make me say igloo.
Igloo, right. Yes, indeed, Ann.
Yes, and what's outside the igloo?
What?
Is a sled.
Is a sled.
And you could play that.
Oh, that's right,
You
yeah.
could,
The leather
if you
thongs.
wanted to.
Okay, Louis, that's 3 for you. We've got a first round question for you, but first we have this for you. Hello there. Goodbye there. See you next time. Bye. Thank you.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 74. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Stay tuned for Tattletales next over most of the CBS stations.